I'm sitting at a bar when in walks a nun. She comes over and sits down next to me. Her wimple is so wide it knocks my hat off my head and into my drink. Crossing herself, the nun apologizes, tells me that she is a sinner and that the devil made her do it. I tell her not to worry, that fortunately my hat is a teetotaler. I retrieve my hat from my drink. My hat has shrunk. My drink has shrunk too. Would you like me to sit side saddle on my stool? The nun asks me helpfully. That way I can face you without interfering with your hat. The nun's wimple has pointy bits to it. I'm sitting there wondering if I should hang my hat onto one of those pointy bits for safekeeping, as my head no longer seems able to offer a secure foothold, so to speak. I consider otherwise and place my hat back on my head. Now I fully admit that my ears had pointy bits to them too, which, to my consternation, the nun seems to find soothingly mesmerizing. I return to my drink. I don't mind telling you this, but whiskey just doesn't taste the same while being watched by a nun. The bartender comes up to the nun, who has her back towards him. Can I get you anything, mother? He asks. The nun turns to him, knocking my hat off into my drink again. The nun says to the bartender, God bless you, my son. Then the nun asks him, do you serve holy water? We most certainly do. The Cana brand, he replies. Would you like low strength, mid strength, or full? The nun pauses. What does the Pope drink? She asks. I don't know, says the bartender. He never comes to this bar. I retrieve my hat from my drink. My hat now has more whiskey in it than my glass. What does the Archbishop drink? Asks the nun. He never comes here either, replies the bartender. I do not intend to drink my hat. The bishop, continues the nun, hopefully. Nope. I put my hat on my head. Oh, no holy orders then, says the nun. Says the bartender, we have first orders and last orders, and everything in between, mother. God bless you, my son. The bartender's name is Demsend. Yes, you heard right. Demsend, not Desmond. He's Irish, from the O'Lishan family. He's called Dem for short. The nun thinks a bit, then says, I'm going to change my mind. That's fine, mother, says the bartender. God bless you, my son. I look for a place to hide my hat. I'd like a cocktail, says the nun with a sprightly voice. Indeed, a good choice, says the bartender. It's a pity I don't wear a wig. If I wore a wig, I could conceal my hat under it, and perhaps what's left of my whiskey too. Yes, yes, a cocktail would be perfect, says the nun. Do you have anything in mind? Asks the bartender. I do. I'd like sex on the beach. Before the nun can turn to me, I throw my hat into my drink so as not to complicate matters further. The nun asks me, have you ever had sex on the beach? I hear it's very good. I am about to mutter, too much sand about, and all those awkward nook and cranny catch points, but think better of it. My hat soaks up the last of my whiskey. The bartender looks at me, waiting. Well, I stammer, mother, God bless you, my son. I retrieve my hat from my drink. By now my glass is empty. I look at the bartender and ask, I hope this conversation isn't being recorded. Is it being recorded? Not to my knowledge, sir, he replies. The nun says to me, would you like to have sex on the beach with me? I shout. Now there's one thing you can't do, and that's lie to a nun. A fall in the level of my whiskey I can take, but not a rise in my level of guilt. All right, I'll have sex on the beach with you, I tell the nun. So we do. We have sex on the beach together, me and the nun. When I wake up the next morning, and to this day I have no idea how this happened, I discover, to my surprise, that I'm wearing a wimple and that my hat has gone.